You would be surprised how much illegal stuff you get away with in signs. They're supposed to be a fitting, not just live wires coming through the siding. Through there, you bugger. If you would have drilled the right size hole, like where's the conduit? There should be a conduit. How do people get away with this stuff? Good morning. Welcome back to the job site. Today's mission, we're going to remove that sign off the wall and save it for the customer. He's going to put it up somewhere else. It's a nice, beautiful, dark morning, December morning. Shouldn't be too bad. Just got to get inside, turn the breaker off, get geared up, and we'll take this bad boy down. Nice when they give me a key. Hey, that was the one. Nice and off. All right, let's get busy. Whew, built this thing way too beefy. She probably weighs 100 pounds. Boom, just like that. All right, I need some straps. Big schnackle. Oh. Up we go. There was a time in my life where I worked on tanning beds. They're actually not that dissimilar from signs. They're just fluorescent fixtures, basically. Alright, what do we got here? Yeah, just a regular old cover. Almost every sign is built with picking points on it. Basically just the hard points built into the sign structure to allow for the sign to be picked by a crane or other type of aerial device. Yeah, this sign's been worked on a few times. You can always tell because there's screws missing. I can't imagine this thing's very heavy. Very nice gentleman that owns this business. He also owns several other CL suntans throughout the region. So he's going to have us swap over most of his signs to LEDs from neon, which we do a lot. Mostly it's mostly fluorescent signs we do retrofits for. Link in the description for another video doing that. But we do neon signs as well, especially trim cap face channel letters like these. I've said it before and I'll keep saying it, LEDs are awesome. Signs don't have to be pretty, that's for sure. Instead of drilling a nice power hole and using connectors and all that good stuff like you're supposed to, you just cut a hole in the back of the sign. You would be surprised how much illegal stuff you get away with in signs. Well, you shouldn't get away with, but I've seen it all over the place. Because most of the time, like, you put this sign up on the wall, it's supposed to get inspected, but you're not on site anymore when the inspector's there, so how's he supposed to get up and inspect what you did? They don't. Really, like, the state inspectors, all they want to see is a switch and a manufacturer's label. That's it. Or a UL label. They don't care how it's wired. If it's wired correctly, it's going to burn your building down. That is supposed to be what they do, I think, but nope. I'll quit waffling on. Let's just get this sign on the ground. Figure out how this is mounted. Creates bolts somewhere? No? Okay. I see some. It's got to be bolts. Disconnect power. And even though I know this is off, always test it. We are lead. Never hurts to test. Yeah, I can't believe they did that. Actually, let me show you this. So this is what I mean. Kind of dirty parts of signs. Like, it's supposed to be, there's supposed to be a fitting, you know, drilled into a 7/8 hole in the back of the sign, so it's all legal. Not just live wires coming through the siding and into your sign like that. I see that all the time. Yeah. There's a lot of weird stuff in signs. I think it's just the trade. Okay, disconnected. I need to find how many bolts this has in it before I can pick it, because I need to be able to reach them. They used 1/4 inch for real? Why can't I use 1/4 inch? Looks like togglers, maybe? Oh, this is gonna take a while. These things are awesome. 90-degree attachment. Okay, that wasn't really doing anything anyway. No, this is so entertaining. Super exciting. Seeing this hardware tells me that they were not prepared for this wall. Okay, there's one bolt. There's one above there. I don't think there's anything in the center. There's another one over here. Well, that's just a screw. Oh, removals. You really get to see like just what people do to get stuff done. How many corners you'll cut just to get a sign on the wall. I get it. Like I said, I've been there. I've done all kinds of crazy stuff just to get it done. There's 2 bolts, 2 1/4-inch bolts, and 3 1/4-inch screws holding this sign on the wall. Something wrong with that. All right. So now we're gonna get it picked without too much craziness here, I don't think. There's one. Through there, you bugger. God, I cannot believe that that's how this sign was installed. I mean, it's obviously enough. Plenty suitable to keep this sign on the wall, but I guarantee you that was not on the permits. And again, an inspection would have turned that up. Either during the install, when it's on the ground, the inspector can come look at it and see the hardware you're using, or they look at it after the fact to make sure you use the right hardware. And Kirkland is actually one of the more stricter cities in that regards, but I like to think I've gotten in pretty good with the city of Kirkland's inspectors. One of them were on like pretty much a first name basis, and it didn't start that way. We definitely started out at odds. We were not fans of each other. It really just came down to like, if it's on the permits, you got to do it. It's like, even though 3/8 stainless steel bolts is way overkill for what I was doing, it was on the permits, so we had to do it. Which kind of sucks, but I get it. I get it. All right, pick some weight up. And it's starting to rain, so I want to get this done. One more bolt. Still can't believe that's all this is held up by. Yeah, just thinking, like, if this would have been installed properly with 3/8 hardware, this would be off the wall by now. So I wouldn't have to fiddle with this stuff. Like, it's just boom, there, take it out, done. It's like in the moment when you're installing the sign, it's just get it up and get out of Dodge, get on to the next one, and then you never think about it again. Like, even if you have to go service that sign later or go take it down. When I'm installing signs, I don't think about removing it later or how hard it's gonna be. So I get it, I get it. All right, she's loose. Get up a little. Ew. I think they used caulking. Like, it doesn't work outside. Caulking's for indoors, silicone's for outdoors. That's what happens when you use caulking outdoors. That's not sealing anything. Anyways, get this thing off the wall. I'm gonna land it right there. Unpick that and go up there, seal those holes. Unhook myself. I have some silicone. Crank, crank, crank. All right, one more time. I'll try and get some of this caulking off the wall here. Like, that's just, ew, it's just gross. Exploratory drilling. Like, that's how we used to find studs back in the day. We were too cheap to buy stud finders. I know, kind of blows your mind. I mean, it works. It works. But it's like a dentist just drilling around into all your teeth until you start screaming. You're like, okay, that's the one that hurts. I mean, it worked. Found it, but... Alright, let's shove this power back in. If you would have drilled the right size hole, like, where's the conduit? There should be a conduit. How do people get away with this stuff? Oh well. And for the next guy to worry about. That's really all it comes down to. Just like I'm letting the next guy worry about this. Can't just leave it exposed. Okay, all sealed up. Well, that's the excitement of sign removal. You never know what you're going to get. It's most of the time like you just open something up and it's just going to come right off the wall. Super easy. Disconnect your power, take off your bolts, get it off the wall. But like this one, you never know what kind of hardware you're going to run into. I had 3 different types of screws holding it on the wall, and yeah, always got to be prepared. I almost didn't bring my second tool bag. If I wouldn't have brought that, I wouldn't have had this 90-degree attachment here. So always be prepared, expect the worst, but prepare for the best. Or is it the other way around? Expect the best, prepare for the worst. You know how it goes. Anyways, well, thanks for watching. See you in the next one.